Hi everybody! Today I'm going to show you how to make this double-sided pocket folder insert for your Erin Condren Life Planner. As you can see, it is a little bit smaller than the Keep It Together folder that comes with your Erin Condren Life Planner in the back, but it is detachable, so you can actually place it anywhere you want in your Life Planner. So if you're like me, and if you actually like the folder in the front of the book as opposed to the back, it's easy to do so by making your own, and it is very customizable as long as you have some cute scrapbook paper lying around. Alright, let's get started. So for today's project, what you're going to need is 2 pieces of scrapbook paper, patterns of your choice, tape, washi tape, again, pattern of your choice, a pair of scissors, a 1/8 inch hole punch, a Sharpie, a paper cutter, and the cover to your Erin Condren Life Planner, the detachable kind. Alright, to start, you're going to take your scrapbook paper, the pattern that you want to be the inside cover of your folder, and you will cut this to 8 5/8 inches. I'm going to do a little cheat sheet here so you can look at this while I cut. So you bring it through the paper cutter, so at 8 5/8 inch, you just slice it right down there. And you should get a piece of paper like this, and then you take the other piece of scrapbook paper, line it up corner to corner like so, and make sure that the pattern is visible on both sides. And what you're going to do is fold up the piece of paper right along the edge here. So easy way to do it is put your nail right here, make a fold, and do that all along the edge. Fold it down and make a crease, and then you flip this whole thing over and you fold this in half. Make your fold like so, and now you have something like this looking like a folder already. Now you want to take your clear tape and tape off the stray edges over here and tape them together. I find it easier to take smaller pieces of tape and tape it down instead of doing one whole long sheet and taping it all along the edge here. So next you want to tape this bottom section here. Make sure you don't tape down these flaps here, just the inside part. So tuck your tape in like so, and flip it over and tape. And this part you're going to tape later, but before we do that, you want to take your washi tape. And if you have some cute washi tape lying around, like some polka dot ones or striped ones, this will be a great project to use it for. And what you want to do is place this in about 1/2 inch to 1 inch lower than where the flap edge is, just to give it a cleaner look. And you want to tape this all along the edge here. And without cutting it at the top, you want to stretch it out, flip the whole thing over, and being careful not to cut the tape, you want to fold it over this way, and again tape along the edge and cut the tape here, giving about 1/2 inch to 1 inch, again excess, so it can tape under this flap like that. This gives it a lot cleaner finished product. So now you take your clear tape And this is when you tape these two flaps together. Take the tape right around the middle here and fold it over and tape both sides. This gives you a very sturdy pocket like that. And to cover up the tape marks and to give it a more sturdier edge, you want to take the edge of your washi tape, tuck it in just a little bit into the flap here on the edge, and then fold it over and tape along the edge here. And again, flip over the entire thing and tape it over, edge to edge, and cut again with about 1/2 inch to 1 inch to spare. What you want to do is tuck the end of this tape inside the folder like that. So as you can see, even if you start using the folder, because you gave it a little bit extra here of tape, you actually don't see the cut mark or the edge here. It gives it a lot cleaner look. So now what you want to do is take the cover page to your Erin Condren Life Planner, center the dots in the spiral, and line it along the edge of your folder. And once that's in place, you take your Sharpie and you mark the center of the holes with a dot with your Sharpie. And make sure you do this as precisely as you can, because this is marking the spots where you want to punch your holes. And if you do this crooked, then the holes end up not being straight and it ends up snagging on the spiral in the end, and it actually won't give you a smooth flip when you flip the page. So try to be as careful as you can not to move the folder or the cover, and try to mark the exact center of the hole. So once you do that, you should get something like this. And you take your 1/8 inch hole punch, bottom side up so you can see the hole. And when you slide in your folder, you should be able to see the dot that you marked. Center it to the hole and punch it right out like that. And you want to keep doing that for each of the dots all along the edge until you get something like this. So you want to punch it all the way down, and then you take your pair of scissors and you want to start cutting slits from the edge of the folder to the middle of the hole that you cut. And you want to do that all down the edge here. And what this does is this is what helps you insert your folder into your notebook. And if you look at your cover page closely, it looks exactly like this. And so essentially you're giving it the same concept of a snap-in cover, but this one will be a snap-in folder. So now as you can see, it is made out of paper and it is washi tape, so it's not going to be as sturdy as a laminated insert or a vinyl insert. So when you put this folder in and out of your notebook, be really careful not to rip the edges at all. And as repositionable as it is, you kind of want to keep the repositioning to a minimum, because the more you take this in and out of your notebook, the weaker it's gonna get. But if you want to keep it in the same spot, then you should have no issues. So now you want to take your notebook and take your folder, and this should pop right in. The easiest way I find is just take a paper clip and stab it through like that. And this is so easy to make, and I love how customizable it is. So during the holidays, you can actually use holiday scrapbook paper and make some holiday folders for your Erin Condren Life Planner as well. And that'll help you keep track of the different like shopping lists or anything like that that you want to keep in your notebook. So there you go, and it flips over like so and like so. And again, you can place this any place into your folder, which is really nice. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, favorite it if you want to come back to it later, and if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye bye.